Good morning, students. Myself Ashwini Kulkarni. We have discussed in the last video about approaches and aims of financial management and functions of finance manager. Now, in this video lecture, we start the new chapter, second chapter of cost of capital and capital structure. Okay. In this video, we discuss the concept and meaning of cost of capital. Okay. So, concept of cost of capital. Cost of capital is the rate of return the firm expects to earn from its investment in order to increase the value of the firm in the marketplace. In other words, it is the rate of return that the suppliers of capital require as compensation for their contribution of capital. Okay. Students, cost of capital is a vital part of investment decision as it is used to measure the value of investment proposal provided by the business concern. It is used as a discount rate to determine the present value of future cash flows related with capital projects. Cost of capital is also termed as cutoff rate, target rate, hurdle rate, and required rate of return. Okay. When the companies are using different sources of finance, the finance manager must take vigilant decision with regard to the cost of capital because it is closely associated with the value of the firm and the earning capacity of the firm. Okay. Student, there is a bulk of finance literature to describe this concept. Numerous studies have shown that cost capital is the rate of return that a firm must earn on its project investment to maintain its market value and attract funds. It is the required rate of return on its investment which belongs to equity, debt, and retained earnings. If a firm fails to earn return at the expected rate, the market value of the shares will fall and it will result in the decrease of overall prosperity of the shareholders. Okay. Student, famous theorist John Hampton describes cost of capital as the rate of return the firm required from investment in order to increase the value of the firm in the market price. Okay. So, an investor provides long term funds, that is equity shares, preference shares, retained earnings, debentures, etc. Okay. Meaning of cost of capital. An investor provides long term funds, that is equity shares, preference shares, retained earnings, debentures to a company, and quite naturally he expects a good return on his investment. In order to satisfy the investor's expectations, the company should be able to earn enough revenue. The company the company's the cost of capital is the minimum rate of return that the company must earn on its investments to fulfill the expectations of the investors. Okay. If a company can raise long term funds from the market at 10%, then 10% can be used as cutoff rate. As the management gains only when the projects gives return higher than 10%, then 10% is the discount rate of cutoff rate. Okay. In other words, It is a minimum rate of return required on the investment project to keep the market value per share unchanged. Okay, in order to maximize the shareholders' wealth through increased price of shares, a company has to earn more than the cost of capital. The firm's cost of capital can be determined by working out weighted average of the different cost of raising different sources of capital. Okay, some definitions of financial experts are given below for the clear conception of cost of capital. First one is Ezra Solomon. Ezra Solomon defines cost of capital is the minimum required rate of earnings or cut-off rate of capital expenditure. Okay, क्या बात कर रही है सोलोमन ने? कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल इज द मिनिमम रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ अर्निंग. क्या है कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल? जो रेट ऑफ अर्निंग है वो मिनिमम है, मिनिमम रिक्वायर्ड रेट ऑफ अर्निंग और कट ऑफ रेट ऑफ कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. बहुत ही सादी सी और सिंपल सी डेफिनेशन की है मीरा सोलोमन ने. नेक्स्ट, अकॉर्डिंग टू मित्तल एंड अग्रवाल, the cost of capital is the minimum rate of return which a company is expected to earn from a proposed project so as to make no reduction in the earning per share to equity shareholders and its market price. Okay, मित्तल और अग्रवाल ने क्या कहा है? वही cost of capital is a minimum rate of return which कहाँ से? A company is expected to earn from proposed project. जो कुछ प्रोजेक्ट होने वाला है उसमें से मिनिमम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न जो है वो कौन सा होगा? वो होगा कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल का. सो एज टू मेक नो रिडक्शन, सो उसमें रिडक्शन करना नहीं है इन द अर्निंग पर शेयर टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर्स एंड इट्स मार्केट प्राइस. सो दैट इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर और मार्केट प्राइस जो है उसमें से रिडक्शन करना नहीं होगा. ऐसा कहा है मित्तल एंड अग्रवाल ने. ओके, नेक्स्ट, अकॉर्डिंग टू खान एंड जैन, कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल मीन्स द मिनिमम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न दैट अ फर्म मस्ट अर्न ऑन इट्स इन्वेस्टमेंट फॉर द मार्केट वैल्यू ऑफ द फर्म टू रिमेन अनचेंज्ड. जो कुछ भी चेंज होने वाला है वो चेंज न हो, इसके वजह से क्या करना पड़ेगा? मिनिमम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न मेंटेन करना पड़ता है हर एक कंपनी को. सो खान एंड जैन ने मीनिंग जो है वो एक्सप्लेन किया है कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल का. द मिनिमम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न दैट अ फर्म मस्ट अर्न ऑन इट्स इन्वेस्टमेंट. इन्वेस्टमेंट में मिनिमम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न उनको अर्न करना ही करना है. क्यों अर्न करना है? for the market value of the firm to remain unchanged. जो चेंज न हो इसके वजह से ये इन्वेस्टमेंट के ऊपर मिनिमम रेट ऑफ रिटर्न फॉर हर फर्म को अर्न करना पड़ेगा. ओके, ऐसा कहा है खान एंड जैन ने. ओके, आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल द थ्री डेफिनेशंस. ओके, student, then come to the next line, that is cost of capital depends. Cost of capital depends upon you can see the four position. First is demand and supply of capital, then second is expected rate of inflation, third one is various risk involved, and fourth is debt equity ratio of the firm. डिमांड एंड सप्लाई ऑफ कैपिटल मीन्स जितनी कैपिटल की डिमांड है उतना कंपनी का सप्लाई होना चाहिए. एक्सपेक्ट रेट ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन मीन्स भविष्य में इन्फ्लेशन जो है वो बढ़नी नहीं चाहिए. इन्फ्लेशन मीन्स महंगाई. ओके, देन वेरियस रिस्क इन्वॉल्व, जो कुछ भी फाइनेंस मैनेजर ने कैलकुलेट किया है, जो कि वो कॉस्ट होगा कैपिटल का, तो वो उसमें क्या होना चाहिए, रिस्क जो है वो इन्वॉल्व होनी चाहिए. ओके. एंड लास्ट वन, डेब्ट इक्विटी रेशो ऑफ द फर्म. डेब्ट इक्विटी मीन्स जो कुछ भी डेब्ट लिया है और जो कुछ भी शेयर होल्डर इक्विटी का जो फर्म ने इक्विटी रेस किया है उसका रेशो जो है, रेशो ऑफ द फर्म जो है वो अच्छा रहना चाहिए. डेब्ट इक्विटी रेशो ऑफ द फर्म वो डिफाइन करना चाहिए. ओके. सो कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल ये फॉलोइंग 4 पे से डिपेंड करता है. डिमांड एंड सप्लाई ऑफ कैपिटल, expected rate of inflation, various risk involved, and debt equity ratio of the firm. Okay. uh, I hope you understand the meaning and concept of cost of capital, because it is very very important. You can say the heart of financial management is the second chapter, that is cost of capital and capital structure. Okay. If you have any difficulty, uh, so you can message me, I will definitely get back to you. Okay. In the next video we have discussed the significance of cost of capital. Till then, take care. Thank you.